Let's go, put it in there, quick delay. Legs back in one mesh, step by. Stay by. Fire. Let's go, last job, let's go. Step by. Fire. Get in the prone. Everybody get in the prone, let's go, let's go. Clear the piece, let's go, other side.
Hey, gun won't break down! Hey, let's go!
We conducted a simulated airfield seizure with support from U.S. Air Force C-17s, C-130s, and A-10s. Well, for paratroopers, we honestly cannot function in a joint forcible entry without the Air Force support. We have aircraft of our own, Chinooks and Blackhawks, but we can't span an ocean with that capability. With the Air Force, they give us the ability to fly across the Atlantic if need be and conduct an airborne operation onto foreign soil whenever we need that to happen. So honestly, the concept of a joint forcible entry doesn't exist without Air Force support. Well, especially over the course of the last 13 years since the global war on terror started, you can't deploy to a theater without working with the other branches of service. When you're in Afghanistan or Iraq, you're not working with just the Army, you're not working with just the Navy, the Air Force, the Marine Corps, even the Coast Guard. We're all working together. And when we conduct exercises like this, where we have direct support from our fellow branches of service like the Air Force, giving us the ability to jump out on a beautiful day over Fort Bragg, then we've got that joint mission set, and that helps us. It feeds into a better working environment from when we do deploy. It builds that cohesion between our forces, between the Air Force and anytime you do an exercise with other branches of service where we have to work together, it makes it that much easier to work together in a deployed environment. We work with the Air Force, you give us rides not only to do our JFEs, but when we go overseas, you're the ones that get us into theater. So there has to be that level of comfort in order to make the mission successful. Well, today was the ultimate view in how Air Force and Army public affairs assets help each other. Air Force Combat Camera came down from Charleston and supported us not only with combat camera assets on the ground to capture imagery, but also with assets in the air to capture our paratroopers jumping onto Sicily-drop-zone as they exit the aircraft. That is the core, that is exactly what you want to see from a joint exercise. The most enjoyable thing that any paratrooper can see any day of the week is a bunch of highly motivated, combat-equipped paratroopers jumping out of Air Force aircraft. That is the best sight for any paratrooper ever, anywhere. More than 1,400 paratroopers exited the aircraft today. Honestly, the number of paratroopers that we can put on the ground is limited only by the number of aircraft that you can provide. So the more C-17s we have, the more paratroopers we can put on the ground. And like you saw today when they do those intervaled runs across the drop zone, dropping anywhere between 100 and 300 paratroopers at a time. By the time those paratroopers hit the ground, the next 2 aircraft can come in and drop even more. The Global Response Force, which has the capability to put a battalion, which is approximately 800 soldiers, on the ground within 18 hours, it tells our enemies that messing with the United States or any of our allies is a very bad idea. No matter where you are, a paratrooper can get to you. The Global Response Force, which has the capability to put a battalion of paratroopers on the ground within 18 hours, it tells our enemies not to test the United States or our allies. Because with the help of our U.S. Air Force brothers and sisters, we can take a whole lot of paratroopers and we can find you anywhere.